What's up, guys? It's September 16th, 2025. We're at a trading range day today. Took two trades only. I tried to get short right around here. I didn't get filled. Then I did get short for this leg down. And I exited on this bar, so not the complete 1.5R, but it wasn't too bad of a trade. Next trade, I used some higher time frame context to try and go for a swing back to the open of the day. I thought it was going to be a trading range day. And the way I thought about that was the same way I read the 5-minute chart. If we see a big bar, many bars in a row, I think there's sellers above and buyers below. So look at the daily chart. Now this is a little bit hard to see because this has ETH hours on it. But hold on. Is there a way? Okay, it doesn't matter. So look, we have many bars in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars in a row. No low has been taken out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then today's the 7th day. So that means this is yesterday's low. This is the first time a low got tagged. So price action is fractal. This is the first trend line break after a good rally. We rallied first trend line break, and that's why I was looking for that swing up. I was hoping there'd be more momentum, but I ended up exiting right around here. Just something to keep in mind if you guys are thinking about like all these previous days. You could be targeting, like if you're short here, maybe you're targeting the previous low or something of that nature. It's you know, if we trade second legs, that works on all time frames. So I was looking for a bigger second leg here, but we went more sideways. Maybe tomorrow something happens. Tomorrow is also FOMC, so I'm probably not gonna trade too much. Maybe 1 or 2 scalps in the morning and then just call it early. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I talked about it in Discord how I was looking to buy around the first yesterday's low, the first trend line break, and I almost bought this bear bar in a row, but I wanted to stay true to the system, so I bought the first pullback after that, even though we weren't above the higher time frame EMA. I bought this pullback here. I got filled on this bar, and I was willing to hold. My target was going to be yesterday's high, and then the open of the day. And then as the market started to stall, I wanted bar 4 to be my target because that was the first pullback, so bulls are trapped here. But I didn't like sitting through this entire thing. I exited on this bar, and then bulls got 3 more bars. So those are the 2 trades I took. Well, you know, truthfully, I took 3 trades today, but something happened on the 3rd trade, which is weird. Ended up being a winner. So 1, 2, and then the last trade was I wanted to scalp these 3 bars here. And the reason I think it's weird is I don't actually know what happened. So TradingView's been lagging for me these last couple of days. Bears get short up here. They short down here. This is their break-even price. So that's where I put my limit order. But as soon as I put my limit order down, without price going to my target or to my entry price, I got filled. And I just exited for 1 tick profit on this bar. And then obviously this would have been a loser. So kind of got lucky there. But I still don't understand how I got filled. I saw my limit order sitting here, but I was filled at this price. So TradingView was lagging. It didn't lag on the first 2 trades. Something weird happened here, but this 3rd trade ended up being a winner by 1 tick. I got lucky on that because I could have been a loser. So 2, I guess 3 winning trades today, but I don't know what the heck happened on that last one. All right. I gotta make these faster. I like keeping them around 10 minutes long. Inside bars were helping me out big time today. I talked about this inside bar, how I was skeptical to get short, then it got followed through, so I got short on the 50% pullback. Another inside bar, which is why I scalped out on 19, because this was an inside bar and they can get retested. And this bar was kind of big compared to the rest of the bars. Then look at the inside bar on 28. We have a late leg with an inside bar, which was the start to the rally. Look at bar 66. Inside bar after 3 legs up, leg 1, pullback, leg 2, pullback, leg 3, inside bar, market sells off. A lot of inside bars today, but I think it's important to stay focused on inside bars within late legs. If there's an inside bar within an early leg, sometimes it breaks out and gets retested, like here. Where's another example? You could even say this bar got retested, broke out, and it got retested. So there's a couple of different ways to play inside bars. I was doing a study on them, but I've held off because I'm doing a different type of study right now. But just pay attention to inside bars on late legs. Like that's a good example. 66 is a good example. Yesterday, 38 was a good example. 48 is a good example. Inside bars on late legs that ended up being reversals. I have to see how inside bars on trend days react because those were inside bars on trading range days. Just think about that, guys. If you're trading with the trend, you're in third, fourth leg, and you see an inside bar, and you don't. Maybe if you don't want to get out, just put your, trail your stop above it, or just do some homework on it. Weekly chart, daily chart. Weekly chart's looking all right for the bulls. Bulls are trying to get follow through, but this week's bar is not the best looking so far. Doesn't mean the bulls can't close on its high, or bears can't shut this down. We're trading right around last week's high. This is today's closes 96.76. Last week's high 63, 96, 60. Wait, last week's high was 63. This week's close is 67. So we're 4 points above last week's high. So not the best for the bulls. So it still follow through. It still has a bullish direction, but it has a bigger tail. So bears are selling at highs. And we can see that bar today. Here's that bar. Here's the bear bar. So leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, or if there's enough momentum, leg 1, pull back leg 2, possible pullback. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow's FOMC, so that's annoying. Big gap up. Bar 1's a bear bar, training range bar, but has a bear body, then gets followed through with bar 2. Bar 3 has a gap, so bears are now trapping bulls. And then bar 4, it's a pullback. You could, I'm not going to short this, but I'm not shorting this because I'm trying to stick to the system. I don't think that's a bad trade though. If you want to take that short, I think it's a hard trade because there's a rally. But we gapped up above yesterday's high, and yesterday told us we're in a trading range, so I don't even think shorting bar 1 is that bad. Anyways, let's say the traders take the short on bar 4. That's the first reversal after 3 bars in a row with a gap. Boom, you make more than 1-to-1 on bar 5. Bar 6 is an inside bar, but it does have direction with it, a bear body, and then 7 and 8, 2 bear bars in a row, and we start to pull back 9, 10, and 11. I got filled short on 11 for a 50% pullback here. I gotta figure this out. All right. Bulls buy the high of 4, hoping for a reversal. They get trapped. They buy more on 9, and then I get filled at the 50% mark. Stop up here, and I make just a little bit more than 1-to-1. Going for that 1.5 would have been nice, but that's just holding past leg 3, 4. So leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, and then we start to go sideways. This is it's a trading range because bulls are making money, but it has more bearish pressure, so it's also breakout mode. So I get filled short. So bar 12, big bear bar closing on slow with follow through 13. Not the best follow through, but it has direction, no bull body. Deep pullback 14. I was not comfortable with the 14 pullback because it tagged my order, and it kind of, at one point, it looked like a big bull bar starting to rally. Anyways, 15 sells off, breaks 14's low, so it's not an inside bar. And then we have another 2-legged pullback. So bulls tried 3 times here. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. And on each leg, they weren't able to make a new high. 18, bear bar closing on slow. Not a traditional 2-bar reversal, but it did go up. The market did rally and then reverse on 18, and then 19 sells off. That's where I took profits just above yesterday's swing low. Big bar 20. Bad follow through 22, 21, and then we get another 4 bear bars in a row, 21 through 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get 5 bear bars in a row. Showing off to get a second leg down. Leg 1, pull back leg 2. Not a trade I would look to take unless I was going to scalp very quickly. I also saw this as a trade. Thought about it, but I wanted to cool down and just see what happens around yesterday's low. We were really close to it. Bearish bulls buy the high of 21. They buy more lower. They got a break even on 23, but they're able to make money on this tail up here, so it's not good. 24, bear bar closing on slow with follow through 25. 4 bear bars in a row. Probably shot off to go 1 tick below. I don't think it's the best trade because we're in that late leg now. However, bulls buy the high of 23. They buy the high of 24. They get trapped on as it sells off. They buy 25. They buy the high of 26. Get out break even, and boom, you get a quick vacuum into yesterday's low of 27. The market starts to reverse. We're in trading range. We know that because yesterday had a big up, big down. Now the market's reversing. Nice bull leg, below low of 27 to the high of 29. bit of short here, the short up here, buy back shorts on 30 and 31, and that causes 2 legs up, or excuse me, that's enough to cause a second leg 1, pull back leg 2, and this also has 2 legs up, leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. Then we start to go sideways. I got uncomfortable with bar 38 because at one point in time it was a big bear bar going past my entry, but then it started to rally. It was testing the inside bar. So now there's another form of a leg 1, pull back leg 2, and that leg 2 is met with bar 41. Now we have a nice spike from the low of 38 to the high of 47. This is 3 legs, so I think it's hard. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, pulls back. I didn't take the trade. I was still sitting long, but I thought about scalping out and re-entering. But at this point in time, I was kind of done with trading. This was just going to be my trade of the day, or 2 trades, and then I FOMO'd into this one, got lucky. And look, this was actually a nice trade. So bears short the low of 38. They short up here. You get filled on bar 52. Market rallies to 1.5 bar on 65, and then the market sells off. Not bad at all. That's 3 legs up into the swing of 11. Yeah, so we swung right into 11. Maybe you could say we swung to the breakdown point, or the breakout point of bar 4. Market sells off. You know, it's late in the day, so I want to take the trade, but I was watching it. I really like this leg. It just looks so clean to me. Deep pullback, we are in trading range. That would make me a little bit uncomfortable, but just from a leg 1, leg 2 perspective. Bulls buy the rally up here. They get trapped pretty bad from the sell-off. They buy more down here. Get filled here. You would almost get stopped out, to be honest, with 77, and then bang, you hit your target 78. Leg 1, leg 2, not bad at all. So 3 legs up. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, and this is the nice looking bull bars out of all of them. So it could be climactic price action. 63 has a tail, and then 64 barely closes above it, and then 65's follow through. 69 ends up being a high one in a trading range right around this swing, and then we get another 2-bar reversal. Bar 70 sells off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bear bars in a row, with the last one not having a body, but it has a directional follow through. And then deep pullback, so bulls buy up here, they buy more down here. We're in a trading range. They're able to make money right around here. Sells off, you get your target 78. All right, guys, about 13 minutes, not too bad. 12, 13 minutes. Hope you had a good day. It was a trading range day. And yeah, be smart. It's FOMC tomorrow, so not going to trade too much. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.